Well, let's talk a little bit about Grain Dealers Mutual, which is the opportunity that has been presented to us for an affiliation this year. This opportunity came to us actually from a reinsurance broker. And Grain Dealers is a company that's been around for a very long time, since I believe 1903, longer actually than we've been around. And a lot of the same heritage. You know, our heritage was agriculture, theirs was grain elevators, and then over the years, both organizations kind of moved away from those roots into more of a Main Street commercial and personal lines product kind of posture. So some similar kinds of characteristics. They're also very committed to independent agents and the Main Street market. Unfortunately for Grain Dealers, in 2008, they had kind of a triple whammy happen. They had a combined ratio that was quite high, a lot of it due to what a lot of companies in the Midwest experienced last year, a lot of storms. They also, in 2008, was a very difficult investment year, and they had a significant investment loss. And then they also had a pension issue, which again, a lot of that is tied to the volatility in the investment markets. And as a result of that, the company lost about 47% of their surplus in 2008, and really was in a position to where they needed to find a partner to be able to be successful going forward. And that's when we were given the opportunity to talk with Don Malcolm and his team, and we had realized there was great synergies between the organizations from a cultural, from a marketplace, from a distribution standpoint, and we actually very quickly, really in a matter of probably 2 months or so, were able to put together a very nice affiliation, and had the boards of directors of both organizations in harmony, and we're moving it forward. We're targeting an October 1st closing date, and probably between now and October 1, it's primarily going to be working with the regulators to do all the protocols in order to make this affiliation happen. Now, a little bit about the affiliation. A lot of people misunderstand exactly what has taken place. The easiest thing for people to say is we're acquiring Grain Dealers, and that is not accurate. You can't acquire a mutual insurance company, kind of like nobody could acquire us because we're a mutual insurance company. You can, however, do mergers, affiliations, partnerships. The easiest thing to do is an outright merger where Grain Dealers Mutual would merge into our organization. The problem with that is the Grain Dealers name then goes away, and one of the most important things that companies like Grain Dealers Mutual have is their franchise, is their name, is their heritage. So we don't want to utilize that option. Another option, one of the reasons we formed the Mutual Insurance Holding Company, was it gives you the ability to have two entities kind of smash their holding companies or merge those together, and then you can have entities intact underneath. And that's a nice option, but the problem is it's expensive and it takes a lot of time, and it's probably not something that you would do on a deal of this size. So the third option is what we chose, which is to 100% reinsure the Grain Dealers business, and then to agree on a management agreement that essentially spells out the types of services that we will actually manage. And in addition to that, our board essentially replaces the Grain Dealers board. So that's the route that we have chosen, and it essentially allows us to be in a position of controlling Grain Dealers, and it's a great opportunity for Grain Dealers because they now have access to capital and products, programs, also hopefully our A rating. So assuming it closes, and it should close on October 1, we would expect at that time AM Best to allow Grain Dealers to be able to enjoy the same A rating that all of our other companies have. As far as why it's a good deal for us, it does open, first of all, it's part of our strategic intent of further geographic diversification and more points of distribution. It does get us into some more states. Two of their bigger states are Indiana and Mississippi that we're not in today. They also have a lot of business in North Carolina, which is additive to our business. And then business in Oklahoma, We're in Oklahoma today through a program from our assumed reinsurance operation. This will give us the opportunity to go more kind of full line into Oklahoma. So it puts us into more states. It also gives us the opportunity to establish more of a Midwest presence. So when you kind of put it all together, it's a win-win really for both organizations, and I think it'll provide a lot of opportunities as well for both our employees and the grain dealers' employees.